We're going to talk all things going live with ease and confidence. I'm about to break my glasses. Come on in, friends. As you can tell, I getting ready in front of the camera. How are you doing? So we're gonna get started here shortly. This is mine. Go live. Go live. Or we gonna turn those views into income, friend. That's what we're trying to do. So let's see. We're gonna get set up here. You guys know I co-stream. Gotta get my camera right. YouTube will send notifications in just a second that I am live. Um, and so I'll get that ready as well. And maybe they won't, so I will do it myself. Oh, there's the notifications coming in now. Give me 1 second, friends. Get things up and running. Up and running so I can see what's going on the screen. You guys know, like I said, you know my co-stream. I have my um, I have my camera on. I am up and running, getting things going. Also, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining the live. We're going to talk all things going live with ease and confidence and monetizing. And so this is turning views into income. So as you guys come in, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we're going to talk about just overall, how do you make sure that you are engaging your audience, you are growing your community. A lot of it is based on you building a community in a way that is authentic to your brand, to your message, and to your content as well. So, live hosting doesn't have to be scary. So that's the first thing I try to crush that misnomer that this has to be a scary process. It doesn't have to be. I mean, this is about building community in an authentic way to you. So come on in. How you doing, friend? As you come in, make sure you like the live and comment. Say hello so I know you're here. And then if you haven't done so already, subscribe as well. And so, we got YouTube is bringing our friends in. How you doing, friends? Come on in. We're going to chat it up. So feel free to like the live if you haven't done so already. Click like. Go ahead and comment, and then subscribe. Okay. So we are growing. This is our growth season. I tell you guys that all the time. There's no reason why you can't grow on YouTube. So it's just a matter of being very proactive and connecting as you're engaging in live streams like this, or you are engaging in other people's content so you can grow as well. So that's what this is all about. I tell people, if you come into my live, comment, like, subscribe on one of my posts. I'm going to put up some new content soon, but right now I have this as a playlist. But if you do that and comment, I see those notifications. I can go back to your page and do the same. So this is our growth season. I tell people that all the time. We are growing, but growing requires that you take action. Okay? And so it takes action in multiple ways. Taking action here in the live stream, but also taking action in terms of taking those steps to connect with your audience. And so we talk about you becoming a live host. So as you're talking to your audience, you're connecting with them, you're engaging them, you're answering questions, you can grow. Okay? Okay? You're building your community. You can grow your followers, and you can also grow your income. Okay? So just know that that is possible. Let me know you're here. Go ahead and send a comment in. Let me know you are here. Say good morning. Happy Saturday. I appreciate the engagement. And then, like I said, if you are new to my live, go ahead and hit that live button, like button, as well as the subscribe button as well. And so, as you guys know, like I said, I co-stream. So I'm gonna flip over to on TikTok in a second. How you doing, Amelia? Thank you so much, HIP Hip. Hi. Okay, just checking. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for commenting, friend. I appreciate you. Come on in, my friends. If you are here, go ahead and put a comment in the chat. Thank you so much for saying hello. You are the crown number one commenter. So I appreciate that, friend. That's what this is all about. Like I said, if you're sitting back just waiting for something to happen for you, you're gonna have to engage. Okay? All this is about engagement. How you doing, friend? Alia, is that it, Alia? Thank you so much. I like your videos. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I am showing up. I'm being consistent, friend. So you'll see in some of my, so this is a recording. It becomes a playlist. And so in many of my videos, I have like little hidden nuggets in there. So people are like, wow, I didn't know that about how to engage. I didn't understand the process. You got to engage on YouTube as much as you engage on TikTok. So let me put that out there. I want to make sure I dispel any misnomer there. So engagement happens in all of these platforms. You got to engage with content. The algorithm, essentially what it is, the AI is paying attention to what you do, what you're looking at, what you're engaging in. And it recognizes that and categorizes that for you. You're welcome. Appreciate you, Frank. Do you live stream or you're a live host? Let me know if you're a live host as well. And so all that matters, all that engagement matters. So as you are looking at other people's content, they're recognizing, okay, this is what you're interested in, so we're going to put more of that type of content in front of you. Well, if you're a live host and you're engaging with your audience, it's the same thing. They're getting your feed, they're seeing it because you're producing that content. Okay, so you want to be intentional about how you do that. um, let me know if you have questions. I appreciate everybody coming in. As you are listening to my live stream, go ahead and put a comment in. And then if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click subscribe. You'll get a notification if you click that alarm also when I go live. And I go live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So you can catch me at one of those time slots. And again, I'm going to always show up and I'm going to give information. You said I'm 20. You're 20? Friend, I'm in my 20s too. No, I'm not. I'm actually about to have a birthday next week. I have a birthday soon. So I'm inching towards that half century mark. I'm entering towards that. So it's slowly getting closer. Very much close. Right on the edge. So yeah, so it's great though. It's great because I've been doing a lot of things that I wanted other people wanted to do for me, and now I'm doing something for myself. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So we're about to go live on TikTok. Let me know if you have questions. You're gonna make me talk about age. I think that might be a part of this thing here, y'all. Because that's the thing about it. People think that you can't do this. You're too old, or nobody wants to hear what you got to talk about, or you don't know what to say, or all the things that you are fearful of showing up in this space. I don't have TikTok. You should get TikTok. I would say that. I would tell you. So I coach stream there, and so you would think here's the misnomer about TikTok, and I'm about to go live on TikTok in a second. Here's the misnomer that it's just for kids. It's dancing videos. It's kids. A kids platform. It's not. A lot of people are making money on TikTok. I tell people TikTok is to me the easier path to making money online in the social media space than any of the other platforms. Now, YouTube is the long game. Now, YouTube is very, very good. So you want to do YouTube. You want to be in the game. Okay, I have to go out and come back later. Okay, appreciate you, Amelia. Um, and so you want to be in this game because essentially this is where you can have your content, what's called evergreen. Your content is out there. People are searching for that. You're optimizing your profile. You're using the keywords. People are searching for that information 10, 15, 20 years down the road. It is the most long lasting social media. They don't consider themselves social media. YouTube, we consider, or YouTube considers itself um, a search engine. So people are searching for videos, searching for topics, searching for information. And as they search, they come across a video post. And so that's what they're doing here, which is different than what happens on the other platforms. TikTok is trying to be in the search engine game a little bit, but for the most part, and people do, I shouldn't say a little bit, people do search quite a bit on TikTok for information. So don't get me wrong, there's a lot of searching happening there. So they are, to a certain extent, in the game. Um, but as you are building your TikTok, TikTok monetizes in multiple ways. So live streaming, and I tell people this all the time, live streaming is the first way to make money. So as you build a community Unlike YouTube, as you build a community, people can gift you, send you little token, little gifts of appreciation from day one. YouTube, you don't do that. They don't have that process in place. You actually have to build up your channel. You have to get to the point where you have 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours. You can get super chats where people can send you gifts in the chat and all that stuff. As I sit here today, I don't have that. Now, let me be clear. I go live twice a day. I am in this. This is a long game. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So I sit here maybe a month from now, 2 months from now, I will have it. So that's how that works. But TikTok, you're able to do that pretty quickly. So you don't have that same barrier to entry. Just recognizing though, it requires you to show up. Anything you do requires consistency and engagement. So that's what I tell people. If you're not willing to be consistent and engaging in the process from day one, essentially, then you're gonna have a slow climb. And I know even in my process, this is something that I'm committing to, and I may be even taking the longer way around, but at the same time, I'm showing up, I'm being here, I'm doing it, and so in that way, I am very consistent. When it comes to the topic of today, turn views into income, it essentially is saying how do you turn your live stream views into income? This doesn't have to be scary, but also how do you add value and lead people towards the solution? So that's going to be most important. Just making sure that you're being consistent in that way. All right, friends, let me know if you have questions. I'm going to turn this on. We're going to get to chatting. We're going to be chatting in both platforms. So let me know if you have questions. Hello, my friends on TikTok. I am here. I was chatting it up with my friends on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. We're going to get to chatting here as well. And so this is Turn Views into Income. We are talking all things going live and being a live host and not making this a scary process, but how do you do it in a very intentional and strategic way, my friends. So come on in. We're going to get to chatting. Thank you all who are coming to the live. I appreciate you joining my live. Let me know if you are here. I appreciate you. Put something in the chat so we can get to growing and connecting as well. And then if you have questions, say hello, my friend. My friend, was it Tato? Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate you. Um, is Tatio? Is that it? Is that how you pronounce it? Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. And let me know if you're new to TikTok, because I think you are. You don't have a bio, so let me know your name, how to pronounce it correctly, and then let me know what your topic's about. Yola, how you doing, friend? Come on in. Thank you so much for being here. So we are gonna get to chatting and talking. All of you are joining. You guys know this is my 10 a.m. go live. How you doing, the urban educator? How's everything going, friend? Appreciate you coming through this Saturday morning. How's everything going? Because I haven't seen you in a minute. So how are you been doing? Come on in. And you've updated your profile and stuff. So are you going live, friend? Let me know how's everything going for you. Appreciate you joining the live this morning. And so my friends who are in the room, let me know if you're new to my live. I'm sure you are. So let me know if you have questions as well. How you doing? Happy girl. How are you, friend? Come on in as well. Appreciate you as well. So I tell you guys all the time, I co-stream. So I was chatting with some of my friends on YouTube this morning, and so now I'm here, and we're gonna chat it up as well. So this topic is about turning your views into income. So I want you guys to be strategic about what you're doing and how you're engaging with your community and how you're building and growing. How you doing, friends? And so some of my friends here, I tell you guys to like the live, share the live out. We are gonna do that in a second. I'm gonna share my live out to some of my other friends to let them know I am here. Good morning. How you doing, Dr. Jonathan? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you as well. Appreciate the compliments. I appreciate that. Um, and so I'm Dr. Lisa. So I'm a doctor. I'm a PhD, not an MD. What type of doctor are you? So thank you so much. As you guys know, I'm talking to my YouTube friends too. So appreciate you. Thank you so much for the compliments. Appreciate you, friend. So let me know if you're new to my live. Let me know where you're from. We're gonna get to chatting and talking. As you guys know, I do this as a way to make sure you guys are actively getting support and engaging in this process. So as you are deciding on your live journey, A lot of it is going to be based on you engaging with your audience. And so you're going to make sure that you're going to engage and then your audience engage back. So I tell people all the time, if you are new to going lives, a lot of it in terms of your growth strategy as a viewer is based on your engagement. So that's liking a live, that's commenting, and then that's sharing the live out, that's doing the daily heart me up top. Those are the things you want to do. Okay. And so let me just say, when it comes to all that I just shared, I always tell you guys, click to the number of people in the room. It tells you top viewers. There's a question mark in that top corner. In that question mark tells you very clearly how to engage as a viewer and how to become a top viewer. Okay, so I want you guys to know that, because as you're going around to these lives, I want you to understand that your engagement matters. Some chats require, some rooms are rooming and chatting and chatting. The chat is chatting. How you doing, friend? How you doing, digital? How are you, friend? The chat is chatting, so you don't get a chance to communicate, but know that that matters. Good morning. Just stop by to drop off a couple of gifts and wish you well. Thank you so much. I appreciate the engagement that way too. So come on in, friends. Let me know. So, like I said, we're going to turn views into incomes. I've been doing this live thing, just so that you guys know. I've been doing this for, I'm in my 7th month of doing this every day for the most part. And so this is what I do. I am a live streamer, a live host. I help people grow in this space and beyond. Okay? So we're talking about making passive income through your live journey, but also how do you take this conversation and then leverage it for additional passive income? Okay? So you're not just leaving a conversation here and then people click off and they go, but you're helping them grow. You said wow every day. Wow. You said every day. Yes, yes, friend. How you doing, Bridget? Good to see you this morning. You said every day. Wow. Do you go live? Let me know if you go live, because that's part of the strategy, friend. If you're going every day, you're building your community. You're gonna build your community, so people are gonna engage with you back, and they get to know, like, and trust you. Yeah, so that's part of it. I tell people, if you expect for growth to happen, then you got to show up. You got to make it happen. So a big part of it. Thank you so much, Bridget. Appreciate you, friend. A big part of this is, first of all, the consistency. We always talk about that. Those are the two pillars: consistency and engagement. I tell you guys engagement from viewers. I tell you engagement from a live host, because as a live host, it's also important for me to engage back with you all. I got to see you. I got to see your comments. If you don't feel seen and heard, and you feel ignored, maybe you're trying to ask questions, maybe you're trying to get information from me. If I'm ignoring you, then you're gonna swipe on. You're just gonna swipe out. So that's important for me to stay consistent and engaging in that way. And then it's important for me to be consistent, because if you're looking for me and you're like, oh, where's Dr. Lisa at Saturday morning at 10 o'clock? I wanted to ask her a question. I'm curious about this, and I'm not showing up. You don't find me no more. You're like, okay, well, let me move on to the next person. So you want to be intentional in that way too. I did it for the first time last night, and all I can say is I did it. That's important. You did it. Check that off your list. Huh? You said I did it. You did it for the first time last night. All right. So let me say this. Keep showing up, first of all, friend, because yes, in the beginning, congratulations. Thank you so much, Digital Diva. That's what it's all about. You got to congratulate friends. You got to congratulate them, because first of all, you did it, friend. Because I will say this, yes, it is interesting, especially in the beginning, where you're like, okay, is somebody gonna watch me? Are they gonna stop? Are they gonna talk? Are they gonna just keep swiping? And then you're trying to figure out what to say, how to say it, how do you package whatever you're doing as you're sitting on this live stream. And so the first thing I tell people to do when you go live, you talk about yourself. You know you more than you. You essentially are there for a reason and purpose. So you just convey that reason and purpose. You share, here's why I'm here. Here's what I'm going to talk about. Here's the topic of my life. And you continue to do that. And I'm going to tell you this, you actually do repeat yourself quite a bit. So you guys will hear me repeat myself constantly throughout my life. There's some things I'll say in terms of just housekeeping things you need to do when I tell you, hey guys, let's like the live, let's share the live out, let's comment, all those things. I repeat that because new people are coming into the room and they need to know the rules of engagement. But also, especially in those earlier lives that I was doing, I was constantly repeating my intro, like who I am, what I'm about, what I'm going to be talking about, and then I would continue to share that with people. And because again, new people were coming into the room, so they were hearing that for the first time. They were like, well, "Wait a minute, let me listen to her. Let me stop my scrolling because she just said something that I'm curious about, or let me listen to her because I find her background, her experience as an interesting thing that I want to know more about." And so you'll hear people do that, and especially if your live is geared towards a specific audience. How you doing, Happy? If your live is geared towards a specific audience, they're going to want to stop and scroll because they're going to listen to you. So, Anika Grace, I did not see you sneak in here. How you doing? Good morning, friend. And so, as you are engaging in your live, you are talking to your audience. You're getting to know them. But the people who are listening to your message, thank you for that daily heart me. My friend Nika, that's why I didn't see her. She didn't send a daily heart me. So what she does is that TikTok has been TikToking me, y'all. TikTok has not been allowing my stream to get pushed out the way it was before. It's sending me daily heart me's that thank you so much for the flash goal. And how you doing, dear? Good morning. Happy Saturday, friend. And so it sends that out first thing for my flash goal, and it probably will. So Nika, I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all for sending the daily heart me. So it's totally fine. I am used to the TikTok behavior at this point. Okay, y'all. So it does not bother me. I don't let it bother me. I'm gonna tell TikTok. I tell TikTok I'm gonna keep showing up. I don't care if my views are low. I'm gonna keep showing up. Okay. So that's what I'm doing, friends. That's what this is all about. It is okay. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday. How you doing? Digital Diva, what is your live journey, friend? How's everything going? How is it? Have you clicked the go live button yet? How you doing, Soul Shelf? Appreciate you coming on in, friend. Appreciate you joining the live. And so what we're talking about is turning views into income. And so my friend the educator, she said that she was the urban educator. She said that she was surprised. It was like, oh wow, I've been going live. I said almost daily. Almost daily. My record has been a little bit tarnished because I had vacation and I didn't go live a few days. So I didn't go live while I was traveling and my location. I didn't get a chance to go live. How you doing, Five Island? How are you? Did you push the go live button, friend? I know we were chatting the other day. You were like, I'm nervous. I don't know. did you officially push it? And so I started to go live a couple times. I did yesterday. Did you really? Congratulations. So you guys, wait a minute. So I got two people in the room. Anybody else in the room who pushed the live button yesterday? The urban education, she said she pushed it last night too, and she said she did it. I don't know if that was just okay, check mark completed, or was that a good live? How was it, friend? Was it a good live for you? Do you ever bring people up in boxes to have like Q&A sessions? I do. I do. Do you want to ask a question? I actually do. I do. So here's what. So typically, it's just depending on what the room is talking about. I'll give you a couple caveats, and this is a Dr. Lisa thing, not something that I'm not telling you not to do. So when people are up on the boxes, especially if I have the two boxes, the side boxes are better for me. But what happens for me, and because I tell you guys, as a live host, you got to engage. You got to make sure people feel seen and heard. So it would have been all the same Soul Chef mentoring if I ignored your question. So for me, I don't have a moderator. I'm in the questions. I'm seeing your comments. And so when I have boxes up, my attention are to the people in the boxes. And I struggle, and it's something I need to probably practice a little bit more. But I struggle with trying to make sure I also comment and engage with the chat. So I try to put comments in lately. I try to go back and maybe reiterate some of the things that are happening in the chat. But for me, it's just a matter of making sure I'm also engaging with my chat as much as I'm talking to, well, or having a conversation with people in the boxes. I don't want it to be just about the boxes because the people in the room in the chat matter too. How you doing, Luna? So this is the thing that I personally need to just practice a little bit more on balance. Mine was a good experience on for 1 hour. Look at you. That was a great experience. That was a great experience. Congratulations. I was on for 30 minutes, but No one responded to my questions. I couldn't tell if they could hear me. Interesting. Sometimes I try strategies. Thank you so much, Luna, for those donuts. Appreciate your friend. Um, I noticed the room drops with boxes. I agree. That is true. That is true. Now, I think a couple things happens with boxes too. It's funny you say that because I wasn't gonna say that totally, but it is a thing. I think a couple things happen with boxes, and again, I think it goes back to that whole: do people feel seen and heard? Do people feel like this is a conversation that they should be involved in? Because sometimes you'll see people in boxes, swipe. How you doing? Phenomenal, Katrina. Appreciate your friend coming through. Um, so people, you see people in the box, you're like, oh, maybe this is a private conversation. Maybe I'm not supposed to be in the room. And so people swipe and keep it moving. So I've noticed that. What's dropping boxes? So boxes is when people are up on the boxes in the chat. That's my friend Soul Chef asked that question, and so she asked, "Do you bring people up in the boxes?" And I said, "I do. I just don't do it all the time because a part of my struggle is seeing the comments." The other part is just kind of think about it from a viewer perspective. Just think about how you guys interact. If you see a whole bunch of people in boxes, then sometimes I think the more boxes actually feel a little bit more like it's a party chat. So I feel like that is okay. But when you have the side by side or the two, sometimes I'm like, well, maybe it's just an intimate conversation, two friends talking. So let me swipe through. And so that's my thinking. I don't know if that's yours, but it's an interesting way of looking at it. It's the multi guest chat. That's what we're talking about for boxes too. People leave the room. The room number drops when people are in the boxes. Yeah, yeah. So you'll see it. That is a true, very true observation I've seen as well. I've noted, and even when I have people in boxes, I've noted that as well. So depending on the chat, people will stop and listen. I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah. So like Five Island, is that something that you've experienced? Like when you look at somebody in a room, just I guess anybody in the room, is that something you guys have noticed? Like if you're seeing a multi guest, I think there's a way to do it where people know that all are welcome. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be mindful of how you convey it. Maybe as a live host, you might want to reiterate a couple times. Come on, guys, we're gonna have people come up in the box. I want you guys to ask questions. I've seen people do it in a way where maybe they're doing it with their subscriber live, and so subscribers are coming in the chat or sorry, in the boxes, and people are able to hear the message that way. And then you also see where the live host is actually reiterating, like, here's what we're talking about. Here's what's going on in the room. So people kind of get a sense of what's happening, and they're not just going to swipe through because they don't understand. Yes, I'm not sure they pay attention to other comments when they are our boxes. Yeah, that too. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to. I mean, it's visually hard to do it. It's a challenge. So you actually are trying to multitask in a way that, you want to make sure you're going to be able to let the person who's talking in the box finish their conversation, finish their thought, but then not interrupt too much, but at the same time, answer people who are commenting in the chat. So it is a multitask that you have to do. Yes, it would be. Yep, yep. So you're live, so you have people talking. So my friend, the urban educator, here's what I would tell you. You did 30 minutes. You didn't know if your chat was working. I'm going to assume your chat was working. It's just the first time. People tend to sometimes don't engage back with new people in the room and how you're asking questions. I oftentimes tell people to do the reverse, and I saw the way Luna did it. She had Q&A. She had some friends in the room, and that was great because she was able to get engagement and people were answering questions. But also, I think her questions she had answers for. So if you have questions that you already have answers for, so almost like based on your topic, maybe there's a top 10 things that people are curious about or wondering. And so here's some top 10 questions I always get. And then you have those questions. Maybe you ask a question, and then you have here's my response to that. Here's my answer, or here's my thought about it. So that way it's a conversation, And then people who are chiming in or people who are in your room, you could say, hey, what do you think about that question? Is that a question you've asked before? You know what I'm saying? So now it's almost like you're again having a conversation, not necessarily just waiting for a response. So, Phenomenal Christian, you said, I've seen people do boxes on side and have videos or trivia going in the center. Okay. Yeah, that we did trivia yesterday. You should have been here. We did trivia in my live at the 4 o'clock live. And so that was really fun. It was some great questions. But to your point, we didn't have boxes. We were in the chat talking. And the trivia was on the screen. So yeah, so that is the trivia is fun. It really is fun. Do you think using a mic is a good idea? So excuse me. Um, I use a mic for my YouTube. So I have like a podcast mic that my YouTube my tablet is attached to. For my phone, I'm not using a microphone. I think a microphone is totally fine to use. How you doing, Chantel? Thank you so much for being here, Chantel. So, um, I think a mic is totally fine. I think it's just the quality of your phone too. I think lighting, sound matters. So they will always tell you that whether it's your content you're creating or your live stream. Content or live stream, lighting matters. So I would definitely tell you make sure you have good quality sound and lighting. Here's what you need to do, friend. Five Island. You did your first live. The Urban Educator, you did your first live. You both did your first lives. Go to your recording. Go to your recording and go look at your live. I did that the first time. Go look at your live. Go look at your live and say, are you using a light? I actually am using lighting. So a couple things in terms of my lighting. My overhead light, I actually have stage lightings because I've gotten used to cutting them on now for my shop live. So I'll cut them off just so you can see the difference with the stage lighting. And then this particular filter, this is the hand heart filter. It has a little lightning going on too. So it lightens up the screen and my image and stuff too. So how do you do that? How do I do what? What did I do? The hand art? That? Is that what you meant? Let me know what you meant by that. Um, how do I do how do you go look at your recording? I think that's what you're asking. Let me thank you for the shares, friend. I'm gonna just cut this light off just so you can see the difference. So that brought it down. There's two stage lights here, so you can see the difference. So it definitely does bring it down. So it's a good light. You said, look at my live. Okay, so look at the live recording. Yes. Okay, so let me walk you through that process. I'm gonna cut the light back on just so you guys can see the difference. So that's the lighting there. I used to have a clip-on light. My clip-on light, I need to bring it back up. I don't have it clipped on, but that's a good light too. So if you're just looking for lighting and you want to do the stage lighting, you can do a clip light. It's very bright, very. Let me pull it up. It's in my store too. My stand, my I'm gonna show this to you. Lighting is good. I have a clip light. Yes, that clip light. This clip light is amazing, friend. Thank you so much for the renewal of the subscription, friend. How are you? My ring light is problematic because of my glasses. Oh yeah, you got to be careful about that. Um, so I love this clip light, and and when I say it is bright, oh, you said you have the clip light. It is so bright. It is so bright. So it just depends. So I do that, and so you can see already. All I did was just put it on top of my phone. Let me see, put it on this way. And I'm going to cut off the overhead lights, and it's still fairly bright. So you can see that that lighting is still there, and it doesn't get in your way. You said, wow, it's bright. So it's there for you. It brightens up the room and stuff. So I like it a lot. So it is part of what I see. Just that quick, you could tell even the difference in the lighting. So the lighting from that bright light I just cut off. So that even offered another layer of lighting. So I don't use it the way I used to because I have the stage lights that's on right there in the background. So I just kind of default to those lights now. I probably do need to go back to that clip light so my stage light bulbs don't blow out on me. since I'm using them so frequently now. But okay, so live recording. Let me just go back to answering that question. How you doing, Dee Dee? I see your friend. Appreciate your friend coming on in here. I had a question about investing versus making money on TikTok Live. Um, you know what? So let me say. You said you had a question. I want to answer that question. Did you already put it in the chat? Because I didn't see it. So let me make sure I didn't miss any of your questions, friend. Were you already typing? The last question I saw was your question about the boxes. Let me know if you've been chatting with me, because TikTok might be filtering your questions. But let me know. I want to answer your question. So you want a question about investing versus making money on TikTok Live. What do you mean by investing? What do you mean by investing, friend? Um, let me understand your question. And if you're saying you want to come up to the box and ask that, I'm happy to do that as well. So let me know if that's like a more philosophical question. You want to kind of talk through that a little bit more. I'm happy to answer that. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Appreciate your friend. Appreciate you being here. Let me answer the question about recording. So when you go to your live center, my friends who just did their first lives, go back and watch your lives. So here's what you can do. When you in your live, it actually has the live recording. It has the clip for you to view. It's on that screen. As soon as you end the live, there's a screen that your live lands on. Scroll down. It'll say clips and recordings. So the whole live is recorded. And they give you clips too of that live. So you can take those clips, you could post it, put it in your stories, however you want to do it. But go back and look at your first couple lives. I always tell people, especially in the beginning, go back and look. So a couple things I learned about myself. I'm a hand talker. I'm still a hand talker. I talk with my hands all the time. And so what I did, because my hands was like flinging all over the place. They was in my face. I was just talking. I didn't even realize I was swinging and talking. And so because I'm a hand talker, I was like, okay, I got to figure something else out because I talk too much with my hands and it's not going to stop. So you could do like this. That's why I started doing the hand hearts. And when I talk, I have the hand hearts and I could do that. So, I can put the hand heart that way. So it became another way. And then I realized I can just set my hand down on the table, the desk. And so I talk that way. So you guys don't see my hands as much because I'm down here moving my hands, but you don't know I'm moving my hands. So you don't see the flinging that I used to do. So that was something I found in my own activities that I would do. It was my third live, but my lives were weeks apart. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you need to, yeah, go back and look at those recordings. So when you end the live, you can go look at it that way. However, right now you can go back, go to the live home screen. So when you click TikTok Studio on your homepage, scroll over to the live, scroll down, and you'll see live recordings. Okay, so live recordings is what you want to look for. Okay, click that. It'll show you your recordings of all your lives. I think it stores up to 30 days for your lives. So 30 days. So Shelf, I'm gonna let you up, friend. I see where you invited me. Let me know. I'm gonna click invite right now, friend. Let me know if there's any other questions. How you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? I see you. Um, says say that again, please. Okay, 1 second. So Chef. I haven't clicked you yet. Um, on your home screen or on your profile screen rather, where your profile face is, you should see TikTok Studio. Click TikTok Studio. TikTok Studio will take you to a screen that says Tools at the top and Live. Scroll over to the Live side. That is your Live home center, essentially your home page for your Live. On that page, now let me say this out loud. TikTok has revamped a lot of their pages. The Live home screen has changed as well. I don't know if you guys noticed that, where the Live box is now up higher. It's a different, slightly different layout that they're doing now. So I don't want to tell you if you're still on the old format. I think my life has changed to this new format. My home center, yep, it has changed, yep. And so go to I think it's like in the middle of the screen now where it has some boxes about scheduling your live event, live recording. Live recordings is what you want to click. You're going to click that. And when you click that, that takes you to the live, your recordings over the last 30 days. So you can take a look at those live recordings. Okay. And so take a look at your recording just to see how you look in your live. Check and see what your background looks like. Because when you're in it, you don't think anything of it. But what your recording is showing you is what the viewers see. And so you're like, oh, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I would say do an examination of your behavior, how you sound. You said microphone, you said lighting. So just how you sound could work. What are you doing? Are you flinging too much with your fingers? Is your screen shaking because you're tapping the screen so hard? So all that matters. Just make sure you're taking a look at it, just so that you can see how you are presenting to your audience. Um, how have you learned all this? By doing it. You're like, girl, what in the world? I think your question is there a user manual? Is there some book? Is there some special training I got? It's a combination of things. I will say that it is a combination of the very first thing I received was I purchased the Ultimate Branding course UBC. They have a whole module on TikTok Live, as well as TikTok. So I learned a lot about TikTok literally watching through their module and their information about engaging on TikTok. So honestly, that was my very first introduction to it. And then when I did join Gravitas Q, they had some short videos in terms of understanding the live stream as well, which were helpful. Don't get me wrong, very helpful. So that was another element of training I received. And then going to other live hosts, hearing some of their messaging. Some things you got to take with a grain of salt. Just be honest with you. And then certain things I was like, okay, let me look at that. And then there are things that all the time people are putting things in their content like, hey, did you see this feature? Hey, did you know this? And so you learn stuff and you pick stuff along the way. FYI, modding at 7 a.m. is, um, and I put my device on to bring up number of likes and the views went up to 4K. Say that again. What's that? Modding at 7 a.m. And I put my device on to bring up a number of likes and the views went up to 4x. Let me know what you're talking about because I need to know what you're talking about. Phenomenal. My agencies teach this. Yeah, do agencies teach this? No, not all of them. Depends on the agency. You say yes, I'm a teacher. Yes. So yeah. Let Soul Chef come up real quick, and then phenomenal Katrina. Let's talk too, friend. I want to know what you're saying. Don't leave me. Hello. How you doing, friend?
Hello, doctor. So good to connect with you. I've been following you for a little bit. Actually, you encouraged me to go live
Did I really
when I
appreciate
first
that?
got into TikTok. So I've been at it for like 6 weeks.
Really, really.
And from zero, no followers, nothing, never done TT before or live or anything. So my question that I don't take so much of your time here, but my question was about investing because I've gone through other people's lives and they encourage you to support, right? Support other lives, invest, engage, engage with other people's content as they're in the life and they're supporting that life. You follow them, they follow you. I've been doing that for quite a bit. And what I'm realizing, my question today was, okay, like yesterday, right? I spent about 10 hours on TT while I was at work in other people's lives. So I jumped. Sorry, there's a lot of noise where I'm at.
Okay.
So I jumped from one life to the other, maybe 5 different lives throughout the day. And I was, of course, you're gonna go into a life. You're gonna support some, right? You're not gonna. I don't have enough money to go crazy, but I have enough to, harm me and maybe besides liking, throwing gifts. So about $2 to $3, $4 in the day, right? And I've been doing that almost every day.
Okay.
But then when I go live, it's 2, 3 people, and it's not that much. So I'm here wondering, DT investment or supporting all the lives what you build versus what you make, because in the beginning it's not much. So I don't know if there is a learning curve, or how to pace yourself to do that, because I don't want to go into people's room and then never support either.
Right, right. So what I would tell you though, there is okay, so when you're in those other rooms, part of your goal is to make sure you're making new friends too. So are you engaging in that way? Are you building your follower base too?
Right. Yes, I'm doing that in every
Okay,
life. Yeah.
okay. So you're
Like
building
sort of.
Yeah. So I will tell you that's important because those followers, essentially, those people that you're picking up along the way, ideally, as you're going live and you are promoting your live in the sense that not that you're paying for promotion, that I would not tell you to invest in quite yet. You could maybe later down the road, but I wouldn't tell you to do it in the beginning. Um, but what you are doing is doing a live event. You're scheduling your live out. You are promoting your live as in content creation as well as posting and adding that live event in your content and posting your stories. So you're starting to promote yourself. So I guess the question for you is like, how much are you investing in that kind of PR to make sure that you're driving attention to the fact that you're going live? I don't know if you already knew that. Let me know if you heard my question.
Yeah, yeah. Not. I should do a better job at that. I know at the first couple of lives I promoted it like a couple hours before the live. I think I even did one live that I promoted like a couple of days before the live. But the last three lives, it's been like one is spontaneous. I didn't share it at all, and then the last two has been like 10 minutes before.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe invest some time into like scheduling the live events, making sure you're doing posts, talking about your topic, talking about the fact that you're going live. Because the whole goal of you going into those other rooms is to build up your followers, obviously. So maybe you're spending, I'm not telling you to spend a whole lot of money, but maybe you are, like you said in the word investing, in terms of putting yourself out there, getting new followers, building your follower base with the thinking that some of those people will convert into viewers for you. They will convert into engagers for your content as well. And so those people, as they get to know you and see your presence, are going to start coming to your page, coming to your lives. But you got to tell people that you're actually going live. So you got to communicate that here's when I'm going live. Here's what I'm going to talk about. Here's what I'm doing. I actually had to do that too. So I was like doing that regularly in the beginning and I got away from it. And I was like, you know what? Let me go back to what I was doing, in the early stages because that worked. And so I would tell you to do that. Um, and so phenomenal is basically saying pretty much the same thing. Like building the numbers doesn't mean that those people are going to reciprocate. So you're really going to have to start promoting yourself so that they do come and engage back with you, or they do see you as someone who's adding value. So that's the whole point. Depends on what your live topic is about. Is it something that they find of value to them? The other thing I will tell you, and this is the other thing, when you go to those engagement room, grow rooms and stuff, those are not necessarily people who will engage back. So I would tell you to go to rooms that is based on your topic or aligned with your topic or rooms that have your viewers in those rooms. So if you know you're talking to, I don't know, people over the age of 50, well, you might want to go to rooms where there's people over the age of 50. So, you know what I'm saying? Or go to content where people are in the comments for those type of that type of content. And so that way you're meeting your audience where they're at. And then you're also promoting to say, here's what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm going to be engaging, the topics I'm going to be covering in my live. So that way when they come to your live, they have that expectation. Let me know if that makes sense. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
that makes a lot of sense. So you would say promote your life like the same day or a couple of days before, hours before?
Probably a combination of things. I think I would try a couple of different things. So when you're creating content, so there's kind of some thinking surrounding how much content do you produce a day. So when you're producing content, if you're producing 2 to 3 pieces of content, I would say make sure your content aligns obviously with your topic for your live stream, and obviously that topic should be resonating in your content anyway. And then just tell people come join me live at the end. You share kind of a call to action that says join me live at this date and time. I'm gonna be going live, and then you add that live event to that post. You could do that when you add links. One of them is a live event you can add. So you add that live event. Now in terms of timing, like if you're doing, say you're doing a post a day, and your post goes out first thing in the morning, then you make sure that post is there, that live event is scheduled and is part of that content. And when you are live, people who come across that content, maybe someone comes on live, or I'm sorry, on the TikTok app, maybe 10 minutes before you go live, you may be in their feed, and they'll see a red circle around your face to show that you're live. And so they'll see that. So again, I don't know if it's necessarily about doing it right before you go live. That's not a bad strategy. Some people do that as well as a way to kind of alert people that they're live. Especially it'll show if they're friends or followers on their notifications, they'll see that red circle of people who are live at the time. So they'll see that. So that's not a bad idea either. So you can do try a couple different strategies though. But your content, you need to start stating your topic. You're going live, what you're going to be talking about. My early content, I was doing that nonstop. And I was doing a lot of clips from my live also. And I think that helped in terms of what I was posting.
Oh, wow. That's a great idea. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, friends. Let me know if you have any other follow up questions about that. I think it's important that as much as you can, you want to make sure you are being intentional about your promoting your live, talking about your live. A lot of my clips came from my live, so people knew what I was talking about in my live because I was using it as content. So that was kind of my cheat code, especially in the beginning. I was using a lot of it as content. Those videos don't perform as well all the time, but just know it is a way that you can get content out there. Building those numbers to yeah, so those people will, yeah, they don't necessarily reciprocate, so you're gonna have to be really intentional about who you're bringing. Yeah, you said real relationships aren't transactions. Well, I get what Soul Shelf was talking about, because I think there is this thinking that when you go into a live and you're investing, you're engaging in that way, that it should convert in some kind of way. And to be honest with you, again, it just depends on where you're going for that type of where you're going to bring those people in your room. If it's a grow room, if it's an engagement room, they're not going to come necessarily. You're really trying to meet people who are engaged with people who are your audience, who you want to see in your live, who you want to be talking to in your live. You said, yes, building a relationship with the lives you are in, communicating with your new friends. Yep, that's it. Yep. And it's a process, you all. That makes a lot of sense. Yep. Let me see. TikTok gave us the heart me. TikTok, TikTok does this to me as the flash go. We are just going, it's okay. It's okay. That's how TikTok does me. It's like, okay, I'm going to give her the heart me. Thank you, Nika. Thank you, Coach Miss Jessie. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all say so they save their heart maze. I get it. TikTok, you wrong for that. I really do think they need to reimagine, redo the whole thing about the heart me. Because if people in the room gave the heart me, then that should count. So that's what it's all about. All right, friends. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Like I said, so shelf too. Let me say this, friend. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah, they're wrong for that. They do me wrong all the time. And yeah, I should probably put a sticker up that says don't do the heart me. Don't give me the heart me yet. Just so TikTok is like, oh, she don't want the heart me, huh? But no, so Shelf, that was a great question. I think that's a great question too when it comes to just thinking about how you're approaching engagement. Yeah, just how you're approaching engagement. And I would say that quite a bit early on. So it's funny that I got away from talking about that as much. But that really is important. When you are engaging in this app, I tell people all the time, your engagement matters here as much as it matters in content. And so if you're a live host and you really want to be strategic about meeting people, engaging with people who you want in your live, who you want to become your followers, then go to the content, go to the lives that have that audience or that are talking about a similar topic. Not to say that those people, I don't think you should think of them as competitors. I think you should just think of them as people who ideally you can learn and grow from as well. But again, the people they're talking to are the people you would like to talk to as well. And maybe your message is not maybe the same delivery or the same exact message that they're giving. So it could be added value to those people in the room as well. No, not all of it like will convert, but those genuine connections will. Absolutely, Nika. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those people will connect and they will engage back. So it's a process though. And so 6 weeks, I didn't ask the question, are you going daily? Because that's the other thing too. If you're not going live daily, yes, this is great advice. Yeah. If you're not going live daily, I think it's a little bit more challenging, for lack of a better word. It's a little bit more challenging to get people to become um, loyal fans and followers because you're not going live on a regular in a regular schedule for them. Does that make sense? Or your schedule, maybe I should say that differently. Your schedule may be regular, but again, because there's so much that can happen in between time and days for them, they may have been able to come on a Saturday morning for you this Saturday, but maybe the next 3 Saturdays they're busy and they won't catch you for another month. And then you're like, well, wait a minute, they're not coming to my live anymore. Well, no, life is happening for them, so they can't come anymore. But if you were able to go live on a Monday and a Tuesday, they probably could have showed up. It's just those Saturdays are conflicts. You know what I'm saying? So just to kind of think of it from that perspective too. When are you on live? Is there a timer you can see how long you're on? Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, there's the live performance. If you swipe your screen to the right, or you press, there's a little house in the corner, right where that volt is popping up is literally covering up where the house is for me right now. But there's a house in the corner right before you power off. If you touch that house, it tells you the real time performance is literally right in the top right corner. You'll see. So I've been going live for 44 minutes, exactly 44 minutes. And so it tells you some other data surrounding how many people, unique viewers you've had, how many new followers you received, tells you how many diamonds, as well as the estimated rewards for those diamonds. So all that is calculated for you. So it's there for you, friend. So tap that house, swipe, and you can see your real time performance. All right, friends. Um, how you doing, Queens girl? Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I think scheduling yourself in a way, I tell people all the time, you may have a favorite restaurant, you love the food, the ambiance, everything about it. You go there and they're closed, you're gonna stop going to that restaurant. So just know that a lot of this is just making sure people understand when you go live. Again, making sure those people have an expectation of you showing up and being here. And so consistency, not that it has to be daily, but I think there's something to be said about having at least 3 to 4 times a week that you're showing up because again, people's schedules change. And so people who want to be loyal followers, um, you want to give them the opportunity to really get to know you and like you and trust you and see you. And so that schedule does matter. And frequency is better than non having more frequency. Sometimes I promote topics like actual live events. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So I posted a video kind of later for me yesterday. I think I posted it during like the 7 o'clock hour. I was like, let me get it out. I didn't get something early in the day. Earlier in the day content works performs a little bit better for me. So I did it so late. So I just made sure. Thank you for the educational information. You are so welcome, friend. Um, I just made sure that I posted it yesterday. So it's performing kind of on the low side today, but that's okay. I put it in my story and then I created a live event, which I had for today, posted that in the story with it. And then I said, going live now. So join me live now. So I just wanted to make sure that ideally we'll see how it performs once I get off. But ideally it has a little bit more views because I made it part of my story. I'm trying to promote it that way. So that was another way that I was trying to make sure that particular content got pushed out a little bit more. So just know there's a couple other tricks and stuff that you want to do, but for the most part, you're it's like a trial and error, and you just kind of keep putting stuff out there. Stories tend to go to your friends first, your friends and followers first. So that's where stories go, and your posts essentially go to your friends, but then TikTok will push it out to like 300 other people too. And so you want to make sure your content is getting out to more people because they're interested in that topic. So keywords matter, categorizing your content matter, all that does matter. Um, Phenomenal. I want to kind of go back to what you were sharing. Do you mind coming up? Let me know if you don't mind coming up. I wanted to make sure I understood what you were saying about being a moderator. Were you saying getting the likes higher helped? Getting the likes higher helped to push it out, and you saw an increase. Was that what you were referring to? Like I said, TikTok has me. Okay, gotcha. TikTok has me in this weird space right now. I'm not sure what's going on, but I know that I'm not seeing, especially in this live. My 4 o'clock, maybe a little bit more of an increase happens, but it doesn't happen. My 10 o'clock is something I'm not seeing the views, and it definitely is something I'm noting in terms of how my views are occurring in my 10 o'clock. 4 o'clock is also performing. Obviously, we know both lives are performing very low, but it's something in particular with the 10. I can't get you out there. Yeah, like I said, I think they have me in the shadows. It's just something about it. I think I need to get through, maybe it's this penalty phase for leaving the agency. I might be still in, you have to wait 2 months. AI send Dr. Lisa to Yes, AI sent Dr. Lisa to the FYP. How you doing, Miss Tate? Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is. Thank you so much, Nika Grace. I appreciate you all. Yes, we do have the daily heartbeat. See, the daily heartbeat's not going to get reached. TikTok does stuff like that, so it is intentional. I'm convinced of it. It is like you are on the naughty list, friend. You will not get pushed out. Nothing special will happen to you because you are on this list. Any news on your application? No news. No news. I shared. I went to the webinar on Wednesday. They took my information, said they'll get back to me. I haven't heard an email yet. I haven't heard a response via email yet or the application itself. So again, I'm gonna go to the next webinar and ask the same question if I don't get a response. I'm gonna send an email today though, just so that hopefully it gets um, a response by Monday or so. Who knows? But yeah, it's still in there as a submitted application. I'm looking at it now. And so we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to let it bother me. It may very well be that I have to get through this penalty phase, and anything I do is still not getting the same viewership that it could get because, or attention it should get because I left the agency. But it's all good. How you doing? Fantastic. How's everything going? Long time no see, friend. How are you doing? Appreciate you coming in. So, yeah, no word. I wish I did have an update, but like I said, we're in the middle of the month. We will see, friends. We will see. I'm not gonna let it bother me. That's what I tell myself. I'm not gonna let it bother me. I'm gonna keep going forward. Keep going forward. And if it happens, it happens. And if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. That's totally fine as well. Maybe this is part of I say sometimes I think of some of it as protection. When you don't get what you want, maybe that's a good thing. It's protecting you from something else, or maybe you're supposed to be focusing your attention and doing other things. So that's the way I like to think of it. It's not all about um, it's not always about what you want. It's about what is right for you. So and that's pretty much how I had to live, how I do live my life, thinking, okay, certain things are for me, certain things are not for me. But we're gonna keep it out there. We'll keep going. That's it. We'll keep going. Hello. Might not be the prayer that being answered right now. Yes, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So it's totally fine. I wish I just had more information. So I didn't get a no. I haven't got a yes. I haven't got anything. So yeah, we will wait and see. All right, friends. So I typically what I've been trying to do is maybe go live. Amen. Protecting you from being in the right place but wrong time. There we go. Exactly, exactly. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep persevering. That's what this is all about, friends. I tell you guys all the time. You want to make sure that as you are going live, that you are being intentional about what you're saying, who you're talking to, and how you're structuring your live. Um, I want to make sure I set that up right. Thank you so much, Nika. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, friend. It said, I definitely feel it's all related to your departure. I think it is too. I think it is too. I have to admit that. Yeah. Yeah. It's all related to that. How you doing, nerdy girl coded? Appreciate you. Um, and so yes, yeah, it's all. I think it's all related to it. So once I get through this penalty phase, maybe things will open up and change for me. So I think that's probably part of it because these numbers make no sense. No, they don't make any sense. Make no sense in the sense of shares that have happened, the likes that are happening. You feel see the likes, all that. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So it has to be some kind of penalty from it. How you doing, Tina? Thank you so much for being here. You said I'm back. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Yeah, it makes it even more important to not get on with the wrong agency. Yes, yes, that's a good point. That is a good point. Leadership. How are you doing? I personally think it's talking about the departure on here that's keeping shadow going. You think so? How are you? I'm doing well, friend. You think so, Nika? You said don't talk about them. TikTok was like, no, you won't be talking bad about them. You're riding away with you, friend. We're riding away with you, friend. Appreciate your friends. Yeah, it doesn't make sense though. How you doing, God's girl coach? Appreciate your friend coming through. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, and it's almost like yeah, I do wonder about that. AI, send people, please. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I agree. I think there's something to be said about how it's doing. Thank you so much for the shares. FYP. There we go. There we go, friends. Yeah. And then once what happens though, once it gets higher, uh-oh, once it gets higher, it's almost like it's like, no, you can't get too high. Let's bring it back down. So it's that type of activity that's happening too. How you doing, Bloom? Appreciate you. Let's keep sharing. Look at y'all. We're gonna keep sharing. TikTok, TikTok, you ain't gonna be able to get around this. You ain't gonna be able to do it. As much as you want to try to do it, they're not gonna let you, friend. Um, but no, I agree. Let me see. I'm gonna share mine out too. There we go. So I'm sharing it out as well, so I can see if more people. So yeah, I will. There's leadership. You said there's a significant shift in times for lives too. The time shared to me and analytics. While really, so you're saying when you look at your analytics, it's saying um, the time to go live has shifted pretty significantly. Let me say that for Five Islands because she's new and a couple of you other folks are new in the room. So what leadership is referring to her merchant leadership. She's referring to in on the home screen for your live. On the home screen of your live is that there's data that will be produced that speaks to when you should go live. What's the recommended time for you to go live? And so, based on that data and that information, TikTok will say, okay, here's when your followers are live, and essentially give you some recommended times. It does shift, and so it's like this fluid times that will shift back and forth because it's speaking to what's happening for your followers and viewers at that time. So as you're growing, that number shifts because new people are in the pool, and so just know that's not a number I necessarily. Thank you so much, Nika. That's not a number I actually subscribe to looking at all the time, just because I know it shifts so much. Um, and so my thinking is, the only person you can control is you. And so if you can show up in a time at a time that works for you in a time that you can be most consistent, I think that's where it should start. And then you want to look at that data. If you want to, you can. And maybe that'll just kind of hopefully affirm what you already have in place. Or if it's drastically different, then again you want to pay attention to that as well. And just see if the time that's being recommended does work for you. Nikki, you said when you were doing boxes, they were okay, but when you got past your normal time, they were better. What does that mean, Nika? What you mean when I got past my normal time? Um, are you the treasure boxes? Yeah, the treasure boxes. Yes, I've considered new times to add, and I watched it produce numbers with colleagues. Okay, okay. So it does help. Okay. Um, so when you're saying the treasure boxes, when I was doing the treasure boxes, yeah, the extended time. But I mean, you know, what was happening is that the community fest had me on the community fest screen. They had my face there, so people were actually clicking to my live in a very intentional way because they saw it, and those were like obviously new people. So that's what the community fest brought. Let me know if that's what you were referring to. So yeah, the community fest brought in those new faces because of that. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining. All that have come into the room. Appreciate you all. You guys brought some new friends into the room. Appreciate you coming through. So yeah, community fest I think did obviously help quite a bit. But again, I think that was the community fest. The nature of that um, particular program because it was bringing in new faces. Okay, they were there for votes. Yeah, they were there to get the treasure boxes. Yeah, they were able to get those votes. So yeah, I think that was the difference between them. But yeah, like I said, you might have had 80 people during your normal time and 200 past your normal time. Okay, gotcha. So you're saying during my normal time it was like 80, but then as the time went on, especially for the 4 o'clock, not necessarily for the 10 o'clock, but as time went on and I went on longer, I was getting more eyes on my live. So you're saying, so for argument's sake, being live at 7 o'clock, that was different. That was a different group of people who were on the app at the time, and they were seeing my live and coming into my live also. Obviously because of the treasure boxes and voting, but also just because they're live later. I think that's what you're sharing. How was everyone's experience with Community Fest? Did you retain growth? Well, that's what we're talking about. The answer is no. The short answer is that it wasn't a lot of retention didn't happen. Um, well, well, the new followers, I didn't get unfollowed, if that's what you mean. So no, I didn't get unfollowed. So the retention did happen from that perspective. What we mean is in the room, I don't see the same viewership or engagement. Um, I meant to mention that as it was happening. Oh, okay, gotcha. Because of the timing, TikTok is also rewarding longer lives. Yeah, they definitely want to reward longer live, evening, mid afternoon. Yeah, so this 10 o'clock live, I would agree. My 10 o'clock live has never been as large as the 4 o'clock. I have to admit that. I think there's growth and there's a morning cohort, a morning group of people, but the 4 o'clock has always been a better um, viewership for me. In all honesty, I think I've always noted that like the 4 o'clock always performed a little bit better in terms of how many views I got, how much engagement. So doesn't. The 10 o'clock made sense in terms of my strategy for talking about going live and monetizing. So this 10 o'clock was for those earlier group of people who were looking to have that type of messaging. 4 o'clock, not necessarily. Those are my scared, nervous people. So it was just a different strategy of people, and I always recognize that in the sense that um, the purpose of the 10 o'clock was different too. I was left with 1,000 votes. I didn't use really. Did you monetize, um, Miss Darling? Did you monetize off just from the viewer perspective? Excuse me. Not everyone's analytics will be the same. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I'm more energized in the morning. Are you? I think I am too. Although I keep yarning, but no, I think I am too. Morning does well. No, I take that back. I think the 4 o'clock actually has always been good for me in terms of how my day goes. So yeah. So that was yeah. So that was always. You said no, you didn't. You didn't see any rewards that came from Community Fest for you? No, none. Not even the first set of the first part of when we were in the regionals. Interesting. Yeah, those folks did not show up for our regular lives. Yeah, they did not. No, they didn't. The time is showing high in my analytics for 4 p.m. Interesting. Let's do a marathon. What you mean? Let's do a marathon. What does that mean? Oh my gosh, what does that mean? What? Let me understand what you meant by that, Coach Miss Jessie. What you mean by that? I'm more energized in the morning. Not everyone's that. Get the gum. Oh, you talking about get my gum, get to chewing my gum, get my honey sticks, get to chewing my gum, get my honey sticks, and just go live. But what into midnight? I heard how some live hosts were off the live, handing off the live to the next host and keep the numbers going. Yes, yeah, yeah. That is a strategy that people will do. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, when they were getting ready to get off. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I appreciate you, Coach Miss Jessie, but I'm not a marathon girl. I don't know if I can do it. We have to kind of talk me into that one. I saw you and your honey sticks on my FYP. Did you really? Did you see? Did you see the honey sticks? Let's see. Show you the honey sticks. Did you see the honey sticks? Did you see it bloom for real? My honey sticks on your FYP. What you mean? So when you were scrolling through, you saw you're like, is she holding up some honey sticks right now? What did you see? What did you see? On for a long. You said stay on for a long time. Did you see that for real? That's funny. How you doing, Bella Wella? Appreciate your friends. Did you see that for real? Let me know. That's funny. The honey sticks, yes. I swear, no, seriously, y'all. I'm not playing. I should have talked about that in the trivia. We doubled the numbers with the shares and the popular votes right just now. Look at y'all. Y'all did. Y'all did that. Y'all did that. Y'all really did. Look at that. So hello, how you doing, Bella Wella? Yes. So that is a strategy, y'all. Y'all did that. We doubled those numbers. Yes. Now they're gonna wane down. We're gonna see how long they stay, but they're gonna wane down. But thank you. If you came from the FYP, let me know. Let me know. We're trying to do a social experiment here. We're trying to figure out what is working. That increase was intentional, wasn't it? Cause y'all put it in the chat. Y'all was commenting. Y'all got to sharing and liking and doing all the things. So all that matters. That engagement matters. So it does. Now, obviously the numbers are waning. So that is TikTok. TikTok is like, no, you can't go higher. You said let's do a power share. Share to my story and everything. Did you really, friend? FYP, look at you. Let me see. Let me share to my story. Let's see. You know what? They just added that share to story feature back again. Yeah, they just added that. They fixed it so now it pops up. It shows the short story. It says added to story. That's what it just did. So, um, yep. So it is. So yeah, and it's interesting. All that y'all did, and then it went back down, and now we lost it. Yeah, yeah. So it's a TikTok thing. I think there's something, and I don't know the answer to it, y'all. I wish I knew what could be it, but yeah, there's something to be said about how my live is being treated, and so the algorithm is saying, no, not right now. When they get in here, you gotta start talking. I gotta start talking. You said when they get in, just start talking, Dr. Lisa. I always share the story. Oh, okay. You always do. Your own personal life. So yeah. So thank you all. Like it and until it causes confetti, and then comment. Interesting. And share. And then share and do in cycles instead of volume. Interesting. Listen, I feel that way about video categorization. Yeah. What do you mean? I think it's everybody. Yeah, you think it's everybody, Miss Darlene? Start teaching. You say start teaching, huh? Which I want. Let me get to teaching then. Let me get to teaching Coffee needed. Coffee is definitely needed, friend. I have not had any coffee today either. I got, well, what's happened is that I got on my I didn't have my honey stick, I didn't have my gum, I haven't had anything caffeine related. And then what happened is that I did my workout this morning, and then I had my green and my green drink and my protein, the collagen peptides. But I really just haven't had anything that was like really boosting my energy. So I know I'm tired though too because I went to bed late. Teaching, not talking. Um, yes, teaching, not talking. I think it's everybody's live that's low. Gotcha. So teaching, not talking. So y'all want me to teach? What y'all want me to teach? What we gonna teach? I'm gonna teach anything y'all want me to cycle back to, because I could talk about my standstill, but I don't want to talk about that. So and I'm probably only gonna stay on. Let me just be honest with you. I'll probably stay on another 20 minutes. So I'll probably stay on until about 11:45 because I'm gonna head out soon. Get all the products. You say get all the products. You said TikTok shop. Oh, so I should talk about TikTok shop. Is that what y'all want me to talk about? You know, TikTok shop for most people. What I used to do with TikTok shop is that I would talk about it a little bit. A lot of people would veer away because was um, TikTok shop was not for everybody. So I'll talk about that. That the algorithm is treating my videos, categorizing them like they treat your lives. Yes, that's true. By the way, I got more sales, but still no unlimited views, videos. Let me ask something real quick. Coach Miss Jessie, do you have unlimited videos? Did you ever get that feature? Um, I'm asking Coach Miss Jessie because she was the one I originally shared that with, and we talked about it. I think she shared it, and then I shared it where the video came from. Did you ever get unlimited because of that? This is the money crew. Yes. Let me know if you got that. When it comes to um, I was up with you last night. That's why I slept till 5 a.m. this morning. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Yeah, so when it comes to TikTok shop, as you guys saw, we were um we were meeting with Jessica yesterday. No, but I did the quiz this morning. What quiz? What quiz did you do this morning? As you saw with Jessica, I was hesitant about sharing the T-fall in my live the way I did. And so it's funny, I went back. Thank you so much, Luna. I went back and watched my videos from that live. And so I'm probably going to do my setup a little different because I had the other products on the table. And what I want to do is showcase that product and do a video from my live stream and add that. So I'm going to try to do more videos from my live stream. Let me say this to you all. You guys know there's a feature in TikTok shoppable lives where you can actually add it as a highlight. You can do a highlight reel and add it to show up for you. Um, I tried that feature. It still shows up almost like a video clip where you could do some editing and stuff. So it's not instant. I assumed it was going to be instant. It wasn't. So you still have to do some editing, and you still have to you can still shift the video, change what parts of the video you want to show. So there's some editing essentially you can do. But that is a feature in TikTok Shop. So I like to say that to people because people don't realize that that feature is there, and it's part of it's part of like adding it as a highlight reel parts of that video or that product, rather the product you're talking about. I brought the bag of cinnamon gum this morning. It came with a free box of spearmint. Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. That's awesome. I need to look into that too. I took both quizzes and accessed the full product catalog early. What quizzes are y'all talking about? Let me know what the quizzes. Thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate you. I know. I was like, awesome TikTok. Let me look. Well, wait a minute. So let me. Oh, I'll look in a second. So that they did update the box kind. They updated the box kind. Let me know. I'm chewing the gum right now. That neuro gum that gum is good, 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 friends. I love that neuro gum. Um, let me know. They updated the box kind now, so I'm gonna take a look then. I'm chewing, so I can get it as well. Thank you so much. Um, Neural gum is really popular too, so it has a lot of different options in there. Um, so I don't know what quizzes you guys are talking about, but please tell me the quizzes too. Know about the bag of cinnamon, and they offered a box of spearmint. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. In the shop, in your shop too. Oh, okay, look at you. Let me find out about this gum. Yes, yes. Go to my Dr. Lisa Shops page. This is the Noro gum. It's on sale right now because it's part of the Deals for You days. And it is, what do I say? It is caffeine gum. It has caffeine in it. How you doing, OT strategist friend? How are you? Can I come up to explain? Sure. Let me. You want to hit the invite or you want me to hit it for you, friend? I don't want to have you pop up too soon if you're not ready. Let's see. Do I see the invite for you? I don't see it. Okay, I do see it. Okay, I'm accepting you.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning. How are you, friend?
I'm fine. Uh, I'm in a TikTok shop on 2 pages,
Okay.
so you can have 5 TikTok shops if you because you can have up to 5 pages.
Yeah.
What TikTok? I don't have all the follows that are required, but I'm a high engager, so you can go check your account to see if it's in good standing. And there's a quiz uh, below that if it is in good standing, if it's light up all green, your account status.
Uh huh.
Then there's a quiz below, and for you to graduate to get full access to all the products.
So on your TikTok shop. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to picture what you're saying now. The account check, not the account check that you see on your regular account, but it's under TikTok shop.
yeah. You go on the TikTok studio.
Okay, TikTok Studio.
You go to Creator Network for TikTok. Let me go line by line and I tell you where it is exactly because I go on my other page here.
Okay, Coach Miss just said she passed the test this morning. That's a new feature then. That must be brand new, y'all. I don't think I've seen that before.
You haven't seen it, and it gives you questions about the what you should and shouldn't do on TikTok Shop and the guidelines. The questions are random. It's 5 questions, and you have to pass all 5 questions. And once you can take it over and over again until you pass it. And so you go on the TikTok Studio. Let's see. Let me see if I can go to shortcut with the count check here. No, let's see here. No, it's not under the regular count check.
Okay. It's under TikTok Studio then.
Yeah, it's on the TikTok Studio. It's under TikTok Shop for Creator. You go there, and then down at the bottom, yeah, down at the very bottom of the page, it says Account Health. And then when you hit on Account Health, and if it's lit up green, and then the quiz is right there underneath there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So Coach Miss Justice, she's coming up too, so she's seen it too. I'm gonna let her come up too. But
Okay.
thank you for that. I'll have you both stay up for a second. So essentially, once you do that quiz, it should allow you to get full access.
Yes.
Mm.
It says you. Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so I literally just did it, but I wasn't looking for anything. I was actually trying to see about the collaborations. like how Jessica was talking about yesterday. So I was going through it to just see like, oh, do I have any auto approval for samples. So as I was going there, because I was minding my business, I wasn't even looking for that. As I was going there, it was under system messages. So I literally was like, oh, okay. It gave me the message. I didn't ask. It gave me the message and said, like, you know how you could check that you have achieved your weekly goals for your TikTok shop. You did your videos. You did your lives. So it tells you that you have, yeah, like basically you did your week. So that's great. And they said, but if you want to unlock unlimited, you hit this. And I was like, oh, word? Okay. Let me hit it. It was literally a message. And so when I hit it, it says, it talked about making sure you have no violation. So it gave me a check mark. No, first it was about your the health of your account. There was a green check mark. Then the next one was about you have zero violation, had a green check mark. And then the next one was you can take a quiz. Um, and after the quiz, you pass. And then it also tells you at the bottom if you get 5,000 already, you don't need to do this step. Once you get 5,000, you'll already have unlimited. But you could take the quiz. I was like, okay, I didn't study, but I'll take the quiz. So I hit it. It didn't say like it was like timed or anything, and it didn't say exactly what the questions would be or how long it would be. I just did it like I'm like, Lord, I hope I know the answers. So I hit it, and the quiz came out, and it just said, ask you about. It says creator and seller, and it give you like basically questions of things like how you promote your videos, the things that you do and don't. So you should know like all of the rules. Like if you have a product link, or you talking about the product, it's talking about like your videos being your original content. Um, and it gives you like things that you know that you're not supposed to do, like for you to link one product and then be talking about another, and all of those things. So you really do need to know what the rules are for shoppable laws and do's and don'ts. So if you don't know those things, don't hit the quiz. I didn't study, but thank God I knew the answers. But I had to look at them because sometimes some of them look very similar. It's like only A, B, C. It's only three. It's multiple choices, but it's only three choices. But you know how sometimes some things can be tricky because they look a little the same, but it's just a matter of one word that's different. Yeah. So you have to really read them a couple of times to make sure that you are getting the right answer. But those were the kind of questions.
So you didn't get. So did you get it immediately? You think, or you got to go back and wait and see?
Well, it didn't say exactly when, because I know one thing says like updates within a day, or whatever. Okay. So what I did was I left out of there and I went back and it still showed the same thing. So I was like, well, maybe when everything update by Monday, I don't know. Okay. Or maybe if I turn my cell phone off and restart, I'm not sure because it doesn't tell me.
Bella, what was your experience?
Well, when it told me I passed though, that it did tell me. Okay. Right. When you pass, but there's also it'll tell you also you need one requirement and when you pass and you can go live, and then that's when the full access happens. Yours told you right away. You could go. It'll tell you. It told me that I had full access, but also I went live yesterday, and it locked up. Unlocked all those products because usually when you can get full access to all the products, you have to have 5,000 followers. I only have 1,500 followers. But because I'm a high engager, it allowed me to do it early
Mm-hmm. Okay.
by taking that quiz.
Okay.
Well, I'm turning my phone off and restarting to see maybe if it changed. But all it did is tell me that I have that I passed the quiz. But the check mark for the past quiz wasn't there yet.
Mm.
Because it's still a check mark that gotta be green like the others.
Right.
So that one wasn't green yet. It just told me after the 5 questions that I passed. It said you passed. So I'm like, okay, so do I get a certificate? Um, but I didn't see that update yet. So I'm turning my phone off and restarting it because I already had all the other green. So I figured that, well, if I pass the quiz, maybe I have it. Maybe I have it now. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And I am a high engager, so I know for sure that if that's the indication, then that means I should have it. And of course, it also I had the sales. You know how we're saying, like if you have the purchases or whatever, people purchase from you. So I went to see how many purchases I had, like different purchases. I think I had like 13 or something like that. I don't have any sales. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I do have sales, but I am a high engager as well. So for me, I don't think that there'll be anything that should stop me if the quiz was the last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And I went to get more products in my catalog, and it let me put houses in there. These pod houses that are for $6,000. So I just wanted to check and see what I can put in my catalog. So I have full access to high dollar things in my TikTok shop.
What's
Let
in
me
TikTok?
ask you.
What's
I know
a
you say you
powerhouse?
went live. Did you go live right after the test? Is that what you did? I went live yesterday. Once after you passed the quiz? Yes, after I passed the quiz. Because yeah, you have one other requirement, and it doesn't tell you, but just go live, and then you'll be able to go get any product that's not restricted by the actual seller itself. But yeah, I got
Let me understand the pod houses. Say that again. What is that?
yeah, I got pod houses in my TikTok shop that if I sell one, I can make $1,000 on these pod houses. I'm about to see. If you look in my page on my shop, and then you can do a search,
Mm-hmm.
and you can search the houses that I have in my TikTok shop. Don't push any of
Wait,
my
wait,
buttons.
wait, wait. So wait a minute. Wait. So
I'm about to look for this house.
let me understand something. No, seriously. So what's the strategy? So people would buy this house. It's almost like when you talk about the tiny house, somebody would have, or it's like a shed or something. What is it?
It's an actual pod house that TikTok was shipped to you, and you put it together wherever you want it in your backyard. It's kind of similar to a tiny house. It's called a one-bedroom pod. Wait, what? Or a gazebo. I have different kinds in my TikTok shop.
Really? So that's in the TikTok shop too. I
Yes.
mean,
I'm
wow.
about to look you up right now.
What made you come? How did you come across that? Maybe I mean, is that under the lifestyle niche?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. See, I might need to expand the lifestyle.
Do they have cars too? I didn't type in cars, but I'm sure they do.
Wow.
I'm about to change mine too. Don't judge me.
Right. Be like, I'm open. I'm open to whatever.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I no seriously, you're blowing my mind. I had no clue. So tiny houses or pod houses are available in TikTok shop. And
Yeah.
so and you can and it's not like a seller approved thing. You literally can start talking about this house. Now I'm
Yeah.
assuming you need to have the house to show it,
Right, I
don't you?
need to have the house to show, but anybody that comes across my page is like, oh, this little tiny house, you know, I just like this house.
Now that's mind blowing. Like if you're a realtor and you already have like this house that you could show, yeah, you could easily show that, do content for it, and then all of a sudden get sales for it because you just add the link to it.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's interesting. You said just buy a lot. That's true. You gotta buy a lot. Have a place to put it.
Well, a lot of people
Wow.
have applied for land somewhere out in the country or in the
So
city.
it's bigger than a shed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm in my mind I'm still picturing a
It looks
shed or a pod.
realistic.
Mm.
Okay, Billo, I'm on your page right now. Okay. Okay, so I just hit your shop, right? Your TikTok shop. Okay. So I'm trying to find this house.
it's,
Hold
it's
on.
it's deep in there. Huh?
Type in house
Oh, yeah.
spot. Can you do a search? Search for what? Your shop? No, for the house. Type in pods and see if that comes up. Oh, okay. I thought like that was in your house, but to look find it in your page. Okay. Hold on. How do I do a search here? It's at the top. To the right. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
It says my English. No, that's not. It's not the search button. No, I'm not able to see a search button.
He said, Soul Chef, you said, is there something I'm missing? How do I find that? So, Soul Chef, what Bella Well is talking about is TikTok Shop. They should have these pod houses that's in there. That's what she's referring to.
Oh, I
And
see.
then, let me know, Soul Chef, do you have TikTok Shop? Let me know if you do have it. So this conversation is all about TikTok Shop, and if you are an affiliate, adding different products to your affiliate link, but then also get unlimited access.
Yeah, they have TVs.
Okay, wow. I
Lord Jesus, I see the house.
you see the house for real?
What? I'm on your page. I'm in your shop. Okay. I see the house. Gee, look at this. Isn't it cute? $6,500. And it's free shipping.
So Shell said, but one can't get to that through Bello's bio. It's on her showcase. It should be on her page. If you go to her profile, you should see on her profile the word showcase. Click her showcase.
This is really cute. Wait, do you have it already delivered? No. When is it delivering? I want to see.
Did you order one? Did you order one, or you just put it in the showcase?
I just put it in my showcase. I haven't ordered one.
Yeah, yeah. She just says it in her
If
showcase.
somebody else wants to order one, they can. But it's this is nice. Oh yes, I will be living out there in the backyard.
I'm gonna go see it when I get off.
Okay. Wait a minute, did you see how they have the stacked up of two of them? Yeah. Wow.
But so if I heard you correctly, you get the materials. You got to build it yourself, though.
You have to put it together yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. They got a whole lot of different ones. There's like one that look like a bus.
Oh wow.
I've never even seen it. A motorcycle. Where's the Lexus? Where's the cars?
Is cars in there too?
I bet it is. TikTok has everything. Look, there's a 4-bedroom house in Atlanta on TikTok Shop
No way.
for $7,000. 4-bedroom house. Now I've never seen this side of TikTok, Lord. Do I need to be a realtor?
Yeah, if you're a realtor, then you could make a killing on this, huh?
And it's free shipping. Wait, the 4-bedroom. Let me put this. I gotta look at this. See right here. Somebody lying to me.
So are you? I'm curious. So would you be paying for blueprints, or no? You're paying for all the frame foundation. Like, what are you paying for?
Yeah, that's all it gave is the price of 6,500, and then there are different prices for the other ones. So
Okay. So, Chef, I don't know what you're doing, friend. So he said he can't. He said all I see in Bella's profile is one post in her bio, and that's it. So I
oh
don't.
no, you gotta hit the showcase. Hit the showcase, and
Yeah.
then hit all.
Are you looking from a computer? If you're on a computer, you probably won't see her showcase. That's what's happening.
Okay, because on her page she only got one video. Right. On this page, but yeah, on this page she only got one video, and then you hit the TikTok shop, and then I didn't see it right away. I hit the all to see all of her showcase. Then I saw it.
Okay. He said he's on the phone. He says no link. Okay. He doesn't see it. The link. Is it on? So is it on this account that you're on right now, Bella,
Yeah.
or is it on the other account?
Yeah.
Okay.
It shows that it should show him that she's live right now too, because it shows that she's live because she's
She's a guest.
on the panel.
Yeah. Okay.
So that should be the indication that he's on the right page. It should show that her red light should be on. But he's on the right page if you saw the one video.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's the one video, and then you should be able to see showcase.
The little suitcase, the little bag.
Yeah. Yes, I see she is live. Okay. Yeah. So somehow the showcase isn't showing up on your phone. I don't know what you need to do to see showcase.
Tell him to hit if you don't see the little bag.
You said a little bag. It should show up little bag symbol.
It doesn't. It doesn't say showcase.
Oh, it shows the bag symbol from the phone.
Just the symbol.
Yeah.
It should say showcase.
It should say showcase too. I thought it would say showcase, but you're saying on your side it shows a little bag symbol, like the shopping bag.
Let me see. What does it say for me when I go? Let me go back. Well, it does say showcase at the bottom. Yeah. But you don't really see that, to be honest. You just see the little bag. Hit the bag. Hit the bag in the middle. Hit the icon in the middle. It's only two things, so three things, but it's in the middle. It looked like a little suitcase.
Okay. Yeah. Hey Eugene, thank you so much for the gift. Yes, this is interesting. You didn't blow my mind today. So
Yeah, I'm like, I hope I pass. Let me go see it.
I need to go look at my showcase now. Let me go look. Go add some new products.
Other things like this is a different side of TikTok that I was like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a motorcycle.
Wow, wow. So, Chef, you said it's okay. Do you don't see it? Then you never was able to find it, friend. Yeah, it would be. Like I said, I'm not looking at it myself, but Coach Miss Jessie said that there's a suitcase that you're able to see.
Yeah, it's in the middle. The middle icon. It's on above her picture. Is only three icons. In the middle icon, that's the one. It. You know what? It doesn't say showcase when you first go to her page. It's only the little I don't know what this is. If I hit the arrow, but I'm not gonna hit that. It's only three icons, and the middle icon is the one that is showcase.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
I don't want to take up too much of your lives.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you both sharing and connecting with us. I'm about to get off shortly, but thank you so much. I am going to be going looking at TikTok Shop myself.
I'm gonna let you know if I get the unlimited. Now I'm gonna go to my own page.
Take a look at it. All right, thank you both. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay, you're welcome.
Bye bye. All right, friends. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. So now we know TikTok Shop has pod houses, motorcycles, some other stuff too. So you got to know that. Hey, Eugene, you said you wanted to ask a question. Did I answer your question yesterday? Let me know if I did during the shop. Let me know if you need some more assistance, friend. And then we will head off. It is almost 1. I've done an hour and like 40, almost 40 minutes. So wanted to make sure I answered any last minute questions. It is such a beautiful house. Oh, really? It is such a beautiful house. to go look. I'm gonna show my husband, like, look here. Did you know this is on TikTok? I'm gonna put it in my showcase. If you want to buy it, buy yourself a separate house. We could put my in-laws in the house in the backyard. I don't know if my HOA will approve of that, but we'll try it. Well, yes. So that's awesome. That is awesome. So I'm gonna take a look at it. I want for me, one for me and my kids. We gonna see. I'm gonna take a look at this house and be like, hey, babe, we might want to think about this now. Now you got a job to build it. I don't know if you're gonna have them type of skills to build it, but still, we're gonna get this TikTok shop house. I love it. Yes, friend. And then I will be showing my house in the backyard and be selling my house. Okay. Be getting the commissions off the house. All right, friends. I'm gonna let y'all go. It comes with instructions, does it? It does. Okay. Okay. He gonna have a long honeydew list. He gonna have a list. You have to build that house from scratch that we paid $6,000 for. He will have it done. But I know I'm gonna take a look at it. That's pretty interesting. I didn't think about that. And so her merchant, I don't know if you're still in the room, friend. I don't know, based on the information we gave, that Bella Wello and Coach Miss Jessie gave today. Hopefully, you get unlocked access soon. You can unlock unlimited access, and then obviously go live. And then Bella Wello said she hadn't had sales, so she did the quizzes and it unlocked for her. So I'm just gonna assume that that's part of the process now. So just do what you can do, friend, and just keep going at it. Yes. Um, so let me know if there's any last minute questions. I'm gonna head off for now, and then I will be back at 4. We'll see. And then I got my shop live at 8:30, so I got some tasks to do today. But I will be back. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We do learn a lot